Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna be reviewing Final Fantasy XVI. I just finished it last night, and I have to say this is one of the best Final Fantasies that have come out. There's gonna be three things I'm kind of gonna review it on. It's gonna be on how the game looks, the storyline, and then how the combat is in the game, because I believe those are the three main factors that would make someone like or dislike the game. First of all, as you can see, this is the deluxe edition, so they have the map of Valistia right here, and you can have the steel book for Clive, the regular game case, and then just this deluxe edition, just like bigger box that held both. Starting off with how the game looks. Okay, so when I first was playing it, I was a little bit underwhelmed. I did think it looked a little less good than Final Fantasy VII Remake, but as I was playing the game, and when they did the update to getting rid of motion blur, I have to say this game does look a little bit better than Final Fantasy VII Remake. It doesn't blow that game out of the water, but there are certain things that look better, and the cutscenes specifically, they are a little bit more heavy in terms of like aesthetic and how it looks, but overall the games, they're comparable. I will say this game drops frames way more often than Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that's just because of all like the theatrics and all the crazy cinematics and stuff like that. I would say this is the best looking Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VII Remake is right behind it, but this one probably does take the cake. In terms of the story, I have to say Final Fantasy XVI is one of the best stories. Like I was mentioning before, I would put Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy XVI close to each other in terms of story. Due to recency bias, I want to say that Final Fantasy XVI story is a little bit better. But as I'm thinking about it, I do think that this is still the correct kind of like decision, because this game has a lot of twists and turns, and it is on the deeper side of the storyline, I would say. There's a lot more mature themes, hence why there's the rating for mature. But the story is really good. There's a lot of twists and turns. It was a lot longer than expected, and I think that is a good thing. There is some pacing issues sometimes, but overall the story is really good. Like I said, the pacing is slow sometimes, and also sometimes some of the quests are kind of like very I don't know, repetitive, and there's not much to do or not much variety in them. But overall the story is really good. I would give it, if I were to rank the story, I would probably give it like a 8.5, maybe 9, because it was really good, and the themes were pretty complex in my opinion, and there's a lot of subtleties that you kind of have to read between the lines to understand the story. But overall, I would say the story was really good. And yeah, a lot of twists and turns and bonus points, because a lot of the story was unexpected in my opinion. Moving on to the combat system, I have to say the combat system in this game is probably the most fun. I would prefer this kind of combat system over the turn-based, and also the ATB style, which was in Final Fantasy 13. And yeah, the style of fighting was really engaging. It was a real-time type of thing. Of course, there's certain things that you have to wait, like abilities, you can't keep spamming them, but like overall the combat system was real-time, and it was really fun. But yeah, I have to say this is my favorite style of combat. You could do a lot of stuff. It was really flashy, if you see from the gameplay. And the level up system for the abilities is pretty cool. Some of the leveling up, you can't even notice that it was leveled up, but then there's, on the other end, there were a lot of stuff that when you upgraded it, it was pretty noticeable. So yeah. The only thing that I would say is I wish that they had a little bit more variety in some of the abilities for the icons. Without getting into spoilers, I would just say like I wish there was a little bit more abilities for icons. But overall, the combat system was really good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I may be playing Game Plus, the Game Plus mode, but we'll see. But Yeah, overall the game was really good. I'd say I'd probably give it like a 8.75, maybe 9. But yeah, this game was really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. That concludes my review on Final Fantasy 16. I really do hope they do some DLC or something. The ending, I don't want to spoil anything, but the ending was unexpected, and it was a little bit, it kind of takes you back a little bit, but overall the game was really good. This was a one take type of review, so I might be tripping over my words and stuff, but overall I did enjoy the game. Would play again. Please comment if you did play the game and what your thoughts were, but yeah, without further ado, I think that's it for the video. So